Sure, abuti honestly.
Thank you, Chair. I am just going to speak to the principal. Principal, my interest usually everyone would know is around transformation. There's no talk in your entire presentation around the breakdown of staff, etc., with relation to race especially. It's a bit difficult for me then to comment on that. Is there any particular reason why that was an omission?
Thank you, Honorable Member. No, there is no any intention. Maybe one trying to lessen the number of slides, but I can respond to questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you saying it was a choice, and the reason for the choice was to lessen the presentation?
No, I had 100 and something slides, so I have to deal with that. Thank you.
So you chose to...
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Honorable
But you will be
Member,
able to answer.
respond. Yes.
Okay, Principal. So give me a quick understanding of the racial breakdown of the staff complement. Okay, let me just give it to you. Give me the breakdown.
Thank you. May I request the DPC to respond to that, because he's saving the information.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. DPC?
Please be mindful of my time, Principal.
Honorable Member, I had a breakdown with me here on paper.
Okay, let's do this, Principal. We're going to come back to that, so then let's deal with the other questions quickly, and then we come back to that one. Many of the colleagues that presented, Principal, highlighted problems with infrastructure. So would you agree that the upgrades and the betterment of the infrastructure is a key priority? Where would you place it in priority?
In terms of the challenges we're having now, I can say it's number one priority.
So it's the number one priority, and you have planned to deal with it partially just by the repairs of roofs and gutters for the year 2024-2025, and 2025 year is ending. You consider it a number one priority, but you only spent 4% on it. Why?
Yes. The contractor was given allocated to start with the building. It was somewhere last month. Hence, we are still in the early stage of those repairs.
No, it's not the repairs I'm actually referring to. It is on the spend. Your expenditure on it was 4%. So that has nothing to do with the contract.
The job must be done, then we pay.
I see. But
yes.
so the reason why there's only a 4% spent is because the contractor didn't work.
Yeah, the
for a year.
contractor is very slow. And we had a concern, and we had a meeting with the contractor. And I was part of the delegation to have the meeting with the contractor that we soon will be starting with big exams. And we get worried that we don't want to find ourselves roof open, it's raining, students are running exams. We wanted the company to redo their schedule so that they must be able to do as fast as they can to cover.
Give me the project time frame. The contractor started when and was supposed to be finished when?
They've established the site in February, and then they've
February
started
2024.
No, 2025.
So then the plan was to do it
2025.
Not 2024?
No, not 2024.
Your presentation says the
We
plan was 2024.
We started the project with the tendering part of it and everything, 2024. And then we hand over to the contractor 2025. So the project for the work to be done, it's in the 2025 year.
Okay, so the entire year last year, or from what, from mid-year last year, it was the tendering process?
Not, it was towards the last quarter of 2024 when we started with the
So towards the end of last year?
Yes.
And then now you're starting?
Now
So-
we have hand over to the contractor to start with the job.
Okay, so he's just busy now for what? If it's February, we are in?
Hence, I say, Honorable Member, that we have engaged that a week for us or 2 weeks is a concern.
So, but what has he done? Because you've paid him 500. You've paid him 571,000 rand. He started in February. We are in March now.
Yes.
So you paid him 571. You said to me, I only pay if work is done. So what work has been done?
I think it includes the, if I stand to be corrected by the finance manager or the CFO, maybe can I hand him so that he must give the principal agents and other things, what are the finances regarding that?
Maybe just tell me, Principal, did any work start on fixing that you paid him 571,000 for? And that's now... And that's now, we're talking only last month. Okay, let's do this.
Can I give the CFO to respond to that?
Okay.
Who was paid? Got the contractor or other people who are involved in the project?
Okay. Okay.
No, thank you, Chairperson. The 571,000, in short, is professional fees in terms of principal agent who is appointed to manage the project in terms of the engineers that assess and whatever. And some of the activities that have taken place now is the site establishment, like the principal has indicated, which has taken place from the February. So all the payment terms are in line with the professional services that have been offered.
Okay, CFO. So are you saying no actual work has started on the fixing? No actual work has started?
It's only site establishment, through your chair. That has been
In
done.
a simple way, what does that mean that costs 571,000? So, because the principle says you only pay if work is done. We now know actual work has not yet started, but 571 has been paid. Just simplify it for me to understand the site establishment, and what does that actually mean that would now cost 571,000?
You will have part of the cost, the engineers, the work that they do. And then from the contractor side, we've got 2 sites that they are working on. So they've basically demarcated the site where they're going to be working. They are...
Sorry, you said marketed?
Demarcated.
Oh, demarcated.
The site where they're going to be working, as well as connected their, what you call, materials that are going to be using, as well as the staff members that are starting with the project.
Okay, so to establish themselves, is it here? Is it on this site, or is it?
It's this site and the one in Velcom.
So to come here and set up this stuff, in simple terms, all of that would have cost 571,000.
Through Chairperson, as I indicated, there's part of the cost that involves professional services, and then there's part that involves the establishment of the contractor in line with their SLA. But
Okay.
the information can be provided, Chair.
Okay, so we would then settle on the fact that no work yet tangibly on upgrades or whatever has started.
We can agree on that, yes.
All right. So, Principal, what is the delay? What delay are you referring to? The contractor being very slow? Because it seems to me like he's on time. He brings his stuff, he sets it up here. Professional fees and all of that is now paid, 571. And now from February to now, what has he not done that you consider to be him being slow with? Now you're gonna, my time, not sure.
My concern in terms of this,
Yeah.
I wanted them to speed up. Hence, I said a week for us. It had.
I'm with you on this one.
Yeah.
I also want. They're very slow. Paid them 571. Working on in terms of the plan that they gave, and they are not doing that.
I think I need to consult to their plan and check. Maybe I'm too fast. They are working according to their plan, with they said with the project manager. I think.
Principal, you are saying you have been expressing your dissatisfaction
Yes.
without having read the plan. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe I was a bit eager and so see things
Principal,
happen.
when you met with him, what did he say?
No, we didn't meet the contractor. We met the principal agent.
What did they say?
They said they will talk with the contractor, and then they will. I think there is a meeting arranged for Thursday. What? Next week, Monday. Yeah. So that we've got.
It's okay, Chair.
we can give the report to.
I'm
the
just saying,
committee.
Principal, your urgency, don't be discouraged by your urgency. But you are now discouraging me by saying you were just having urgency because but you didn't look at the plan.
My apologies.
These things are important. The people that were standing there, the students are affected and so on. So please do zoom into that level of urgency.
Thank you.
Am I correct in saying that the CIEG grant was a total of 53,400,440? That was the total you received. You say you spent 75% of it, which is 39.6 million. You report to us, out of that spent, you report to us only 8%. You spent on the ICT 2.7 million. That is 5.09% of 75%. You spent 571,000 on repairs. That's 1.0. So you have reported on 8%. What have you spent on with the other 67% that you didn't report on?
I think there was a slide which indicate the project which they are already finished and handed over to the college. I think that is where the mistake is. But yeah, 2023 when we have done some of the project, I think there was a slide that I don't have a number here that the completion date started 28, 19, 20, 20. It's about 10 projects which were completed.
Why do you call it a mistake, Chair? Sorry, Chairperson, is my time readjusted for the pauses, or am I ending?
Yeah, we have readjusted them.
Thank you, Chair.
So the alarm was on the readjusted. The alarm would have rang way earlier.
So
But finish the point with this one.
So the alarm was for the readjusted time?
Yeah, the alarm was
All right.
the new time.
Okay, Chairperson.
No, finish that point with them.
No, it's also just because, remember when I started, the transformation question wasn't dealt with.
Yeah.
So may I rather cancel that response? It's clear that the principal calls it a mistake, but can I rather have a response on the transformation for the remainder that you are giving me?
Yeah.
And then I'll end, Chairperson.
Okay. Then I'll go through the workforce profile. At the moment, we've got 261 staff members, and at our top management, we've got 4 Africans, 4 males and one lady, and then in senior management, we've got 11 Africans, and then we've got 2 women, and then we've got 2 whites. And then we've got female, we've got 2, and then colored, we've got 1. And then senior lecturers, we've got 47, mostly male is 2, and then the women is 3. I mean, the whites are 3, and then female, we've got 24, and then African, and then the women is 1. That means in that we've got 1 foreign national, and then contract lecturers also we've got 1 foreign national. And then in terms of the cleaners and groundsmen, we've got male 14 Africans, and then we've got female 16. And then in terms of, we don't have any foreign nationals on the cleaners and grounds. And then we don't have any contract with the cleaners. We have insourced all the cleaners which were a company were using, so they were insourced. So we don't have any contract with the cleaners or garden services. So all in all, we've got 261 with 3 foreign nationals. And 3
how
foreign
many coloreds?
Colored, we've got
1.
Yeah, we've got 1.
How many Indians?
We don't have Indians.
My time is up, so I'll just say, Principal, for transformation, do you agree that there is an important need for balance? Please understand.
I understand.
My definition of transformation is not a mere replacement of white people with black people or vice versa. My definition of transformation is a balance of all races so that we see a reflection of our beautiful nation called South Africa. Because my time is up, I'll leave you with this. Would you commit today that based on that definition of transformation, that we will have an institution that has black, white, Indian, and colored as a representation of a racial balance in this institution? Do you commit to that on the record?
I commit, Honorable Member.
Thank you, Principal.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Habo.
Oh, thank you very much, Chairperson.
Ladies and gentlemen, so this is also another oversight visit. This one also happened in Valcom at the Goldfields Tifed College. Funny enough, this one is just about a 10-minute drive from where I live. So very, very interested in listening to it and also seeing some of the people that I personally know presenting there. So also Patriots. I like the line of questioning here that Ashley Sauls does portray to the guy, especially in things that, like tenders, things that are being built but are taking forever. It's very, very important because a lot of the time we find these elephant projects where things are supposed to be built, but all of a sudden they take forever to come into fruition, to come into completion. And that leaves a lot of bad taste to a lot of people, because then we start taking that these contractors do not really do their job. So I like just how he follows up onto that question and actually presses it, because even the principal here goes on to go and admit that he was too quick to answer, not understanding the question in its full totality. Because he goes on to defend, to go on to attack that the people are taking forever. But when he is then said to answer what time was he expecting, what was promised, and to only find that the people are still on track. So this, for somebody who's a principal of a college, goes on to look a bit funny. Like, does he understand what he's answering, or he's just answering for the purpose of just answering? So yeah, that is also something that I really noted. And also highlighting that there's transformation, which is also very important to happen in these areas. But we also have to remember, people, that also find some places like these where a lot of other races are just not really prominent or a lot in these areas. You find a small portion of them, and they do not really care about going to school with other people or integrating. So can't expect people to be given work when they're not applying. But it will also be interesting to go and look at those records, especially if, like Minister McKenzie did about 2 weeks ago, when issued a post and specifically said, we are specifically looking for white people, or specifically looking for this certain demographic of South Africans. Very important, can be helpful, but at some point can also break. So it's very interesting looking at this matter, right? But then what is the most interesting in this is when they go and speak about the people who are actually already employed there, the staff. Mentions a whole lot of other, which they are whites, they are blacks. But what is most important is the one on foreigners, where there are 3 foreigners, 1 colored, and no Indian. And the honorable member here wanted to press on to that, but he was struck for time, as wasn't given much time. But then would be very interesting to see how they would follow up with it, especially in terms of trying to change things so that people do actually feel included in a country like ours today. So Patriots, I don't know if you enjoyed that. I hope you did, like I did. Please do continue to like and subscribe and share. Abahambe, salute.
Sure, I would ownership.